I always remember the saying, and I don't remember who said it, about history repeats itself. You know, if you don't know your history, it repeats itself. And I think we have a classic example. I lived in New York City during 9/11, and the immediate attack upon anyone who spoke Arabic, was from the Middle East, was a Muslim, or they even thought they did, like the Sikh community was all, you know, was heavily discriminated against all of a sudden too, because of the headdress that the men wear, misinterpreted as somehow being Muslim, and it's a totally different faith. And the hysteria and the, you know, let's round them all up, put them away and everything. And I know that many people in my parents' generation started having nightmares, you know, seeing this going on in the news and everything in the immediate days following 9/11, the terminology, the concepts that were being put forth by so-called leaders was very, very much like the original orders to put the Japanese Americans in camps over 60 years ago. And, you know, my mom told me that some of her friends were waking up with nightmares because it was like, you know, they're in their 80s now and suddenly reliving all of that all over again. And I must say, to their credit, the JACL nationally was one of the first groups to try and stop the stereotyping and the, you know, try and get reasoned coverage in the media and so forth. He was Secretary of Transportation, Sharon Maeda, grew up in the camps. And he was the one that said, we will not take a whole racial group and profile them. You know, we absolutely will not. You know, when you're doing the airplane searches and things like that. You know, and he was the Secretary of Transportation. They got a lot of media coverage because he was absolutely saying you cannot profile a whole ethnic group or a whole religious faith group. And, you know, history does repeat itself if we don't learn the lessons of the past. And in some ways, we've come a long, long ways. And in many other ways, discrimination is still here, and there's lots of struggles that still need to be carried out.